How do you intend to prepare for further budget cuts on the federal level?
Yeah, thanks for that one. This is something that our whole city needs to prepare for. We are facing, as I said in my opening, very challenging times. The federal cutting of the Department of Education is sure to have an effect on us as we move forward. Nobody knows what that looks like, and it makes it all the more imperative, to go to your last question, that all of the parties are talking together. We need to have a shared vision of what we want for our schools and make sure that we're all working together to advocate to our legislators, our local representatives, but also to the governor's office for the support we need as more and more cuts are coming our way. The best thing that we can do is communicate, talk to one another, talk to our families, and make sure that we are all advocating for the needs of the schools.
Thank you. Mr. Garbini, you have 90 seconds.
Thank you. As far as the federal budget's concerned, the cuts that are coming down, as we all know, it's chaotic and it's literally happening minute by minute, day by day. They are cutting or have cut pretty much everything from the Department of Education. That does not mean that as a district we're still not responsible for educating our kids. As special education needs, we are obligated to pay those. We have no say that has to be done. And there are certain things that are also coming down that we are going to have to sit down as a board, as a city, and talk about. For example, by 2030, we have to have an entire electric bus system at our district. That's going to cost us millions of dollars to try and do that. We are going to have to figure out a way, either with a waiver to get out of that, or we're going to have to figure out something that we can do and meet with city council, sit down, talk to the community and figure this out. But we're not going to be getting any more money from the federal government. They are cutting it, that is obvious. We are going to have to get back to the days where we take care of ourselves. Folks, this is all about what we can do for our community. To go back to what Ms. Monty said, this is about the kids. And if you have gone into our classrooms, and if you have seen our students and our teachers and what they are dealing with on a daily basis, teachers are spending their own money in their classrooms just to get things for basic necessities. So the federal cuts are coming. They're not affecting us a lot right now, but they're going to, and it's going to hurt when it comes. So we need to have open and honest dialogues with everybody in the community, the city council, and so forth. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. John Martin, you have 90 seconds.
Thank you. 6 years ago, when I left New London Public Schools, I took a job teaching at a Catholic school. I told my wife, we're losing a lot of money. And she said, yeah, so let's talk. Ladies, gentlemen, I hate the idea of budget cuts that are going to be hitting our kids, but it's going to happen. My wife and I had to plan. We had to make tough decisions. As a community, you need a board that is going to listen to everybody sitting here, everyone watching at home, everyone who has a child in public schools in New London. And we need to figure out a way, like my wife and I had to do, how can we make as much, if not more, work with fewer dollars? And it's hard, and hard decisions are going to be made. But we have to do it. And we have to get as many people engaged as we can. Because the money machine is drying up. And we have to find a way to make our dollars stretch. And as I've said before, and many other people on this panel have said repeatedly, the children are our first priority. Every dollar spent should have them first and foremost in mind. And if it's not addressing their needs, and the mandates, as my fellow Martin said, that we have to fund it, and Mr. Garbini said we have to fund some things. Those have to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rich Martin, you have 30 seconds.
I mentioned advocating to Hartford for the needs of our schools. Reimbursement for our magnet students has been flat since 2012. It's unacceptable. All things in life gradually increase, that we need more support for that as our system becomes fully magnetized. So that's one way that we can look to start offsetting some costs, getting some new revenue in. One other thing I'd point to is, part of the many cuts that we've had recently. We've lost a lot of our summer programs and after-school programs. The Rotary Club stepped in this year and paid for a program, and maybe more private partnerships could help, so.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Okay, I'd like to just say really quickly after listening to everyone, there's a lot that's not being reported in the budget. I don't know if anyone's actually looked at it, but there was recently a video on Wednesday night where someone talked about the fact that all of our summer funding was cut, and we had a year-round calendar program sending kids to NES after every 6 weeks, but nobody reports that in the budget. So I really think it comes down to being transparent with where we're really spending the dollars. Thank you.